Phloem also will take part in transporting inorganic as well as organic mineral. But this transport which is taking place from the xylem up to the various part of the plant, this is the unidirectional transport of mineral. And in this unidirectional transport of mineral, the growing part of the plant, for example birds, the young leaves, flower, seed, fruit, okay, and the meristems, apical and intercalary meristem, they will act as a sink for these transported minerals. जो भी मिनरल अभी जाइलम के मदद से वाटर करंट से ट्रांसपोर्ट होंगे वो जाके कहां पर स्टोर होंगे, तो वो जो यंग लीव्स है, यंग लीव्स, फ्रूट, फ्लावर, सीड्स, मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू एंड बर्ड्स, ये सारी चीजें जो है दे विल एक्ट एज द सिंक, that is a storage point for these absorbed mineral. Okay, so in this way the minerals will get transported in one direction from soil up to the various part of the plant. But whenever this leaf or fruit will get matured and whenever this plant will undergo a phase of senescence, then what will happen, these minerals which are stored inside the leaf will again get remobilized. Okay, so let's say for example here we are having some older leaves and this older leaf will also have some minerals. Okay, so whenever this plant will undergo a phase of senescence, that is a old age, so this leaf when it will become old, it will again remobilize these minerals into the xylem, and in that case these minerals which will reach up to the xylem will get again transported to these younger leaves, fruit, flower and seed, meristematic tissue and bud. So here at this point, suppose we are having a bud and these minerals from here will get transported into this bud. So this is the second way of transport in case of mineral. So contradictory to water transport which will takes place only in one direction, the mineral transport will takes place in a bi-directional fashion. It will get transported from soil up to the various part, and when that part will become old and in the senescing phase, these minerals will get remobilized from that older part into the younger part. So this direction is also important. Now which type of minerals will or nutrients will get remobilized? So the minerals which are not the part of structural component, for example phosphorus, nitrogen, sulfur and potassium, these are the minerals which are not a part of structural component and they will get remobilized from an older leaf into the younger leaf. Clear for this thing? And the nitrogen, phosphorus and sulfur, they are transported both in inorganic as well as in organic fashion. Whenever the nitrogen will get transported, most of the nitrogen will get transported. In organic cases, it will get transported in the form of amino acid and related compound. Okay, here there is one twist. हमें यहाँ पे एक बहुत important चीज़ ध्यान में रखनी है कि ये जो नाइट्रोजन है, नाइट्रोजन दोनों फॉर्म में ट्रांसपोर्ट होता है, इनऑर्गेनिक एंड ऑर्गेनिक। लेकिन नाइट्रोजन का जो ट्रांसपोर्ट है वो ऑर्गेनिक फॉर्म में ज्यादा होता है कंपेयर टू इनऑर्गेनिक फॉर्म। क्लियर? एंड दिस ऑर्गेनिक ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑफ नाइट्रोजन इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ अमीनो एसिड एंड रिलेटेड कंपाउंड। सो द ऑर्गेनिक transport will take place in the form of amino acid and related compounds. Here phosphorus and sulfur will also get transported in both the form, inorganic and organic, but mainly phosphorus and sulfur will mainly get transported in the inorganic form. And they are getting transported in very low quantity as organic form. Clear? Then the minerals which are the structural component of plant, such as calcium will not get remobilized at all. Calcium will not get remobilized. तो ये इंपॉर्टेंट एमसीक्यू है जो हमें ध्यान में रखना है। प्लस जैसे कि हम प्रीवियसली बिलीव करते थे कि जाइलेम ये इनऑर्गेनिक नाइट्रोजन को कैरी करता है और फ्लोएम ये ऑर्गेनिक नाइट्रोजन को कैरी करता है, ये भी हाइपोथेसिस अभी हम रॉन्ग समझते हैं। जाइलेम एक्सुडेट की अगर हम बात करें कि हमने अगर जाइलेम एक्सुडेट के कंटेंट को मेजर किया, सो हमें ऐसा दिखेगा कि उसमें इनऑर्गेनिक एज वेल एज ऑर्गेनिक नाइट्रोजन दोनों प्रेजेंट है। ओके, पहले हम ऐसा समझते थे कि भाई जाइलेम जो है वो इनऑर्गेनिक नाइट्रोजन को ट्रांसपोर्ट करता है और फ्लोएम जो है वो ऑर्गेनिक नाइट्रोजन को ट्रांसपोर्ट करता है, बिकॉज जैसे ही मिनरल्स यहाँ से जाइलेम में ट्रांसपोर्ट होंगे उसके साइड में ही फ्लोएम है। सो सम ऑफ द एलिमेंट विल ऑल्सो गेट थ्रू द फ्लोएम करंट. Okay, so phloem as well as xylem will help in the transportation of minerals, and they will help in both the type of transport, that is inorganic as well as organic. So these are the total contraindicating points against the water transport. Number one, the water transport will get transported strictly in one direction, that is from root to stem. The mineral transport is bidirectional. Secondly, the water transport will take place only through xylem. The mineral transport will take place xylem as well as through phloem. And thirdly, water transport is actually a passive process, but mineral transportation is a active process, because this loading of minerals from the soil into the root here and this unloading of mineral, that is from xylem into this young leaf or the shoot or the meristematic tissue, this is also a active process. So do remember, loading and unloading, both the process are active process in case of mineral transport. So this is everything about the absorption and translocation of mineral. Now we are left with the last topic of the chapter, that is transportation through phloem or the food transport. In the next video we will try to learn about the source and sink hypothesis. Thank you.